We are back in the winners column with a 4-2 day with our NBA player props. I've got another 5 players and a best bet for you, so you won't want to miss this. If that sounds interesting, let's get into it. Sub to the channel because your boy's getting busy. Coming to you live from the west side of Sydney. We've got the free picks and the juice and the daily. It's all free, you don't even have to pay me. Let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into a recap of yesterday's picks. We had Giannis under 46.5 points, rebounds, and assists. We predicted a blowout, and it happened, but man, that man was good tonight. We had Paolo Banchero under 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and we had Derek White over on assists. I read that game wrong. Orlando pulled off another upset. Boston players are pretty shit, and Banchero actually had himself a game on the offensive end. We had Jakob Poeltl over 11.5 points. He covered this easily in a high-scoring game against the Portland Trail Blazers. Domantas Sabonis under 19.5 points. He opted for rebounds and assists today and recorded another triple-double, but he fell well under his points line. So give that. Alperen Sengun was our best of the day. We went for under 35.5 points, rebounds, and assists. We predicted Rudy to slow his fat ass down, and he did so in the rebound department. We're getting straight into our 5 picks. All of them very juicy, but I do have 2 that I like the most, and they're at the end of this video. The very first one, though, we're taking Zach LaVine over 25.5 points. Now, Zach has covered this line in 7 of his last 10 games, averaging 28 points per game in that span. He had been in trade rumors due to a string of poor performances. However, in his last 23 games, he's returned to that level of performance that convinced the Chicago Bulls to sign him to a long-term contract. He's averaging 26.5 points per game. He's shooting 50.4% from the field, 41% from outside, and 85% from the free throw line. Now, this level of efficiency is similar to the one he had in 2021. It was his best season in the league so far. He had a true shooting percentage of 63% that year, and over the past 23 games, his true shooting percentage is back at 63%. He did have a knee injury earlier this year. It fucked his ability to finish near the rim, but now he's back to his usual self. Just last month, from December onwards, he converted 74% of his shot attempts within 3 feet. Currently in January, he's close to 68%, which is a massive improvement compared to the beginning of the year, where he's only at 59%. He's got a great matchup against the Pacers, who over their last 7 games allow the most points to the league in shooting guards. Zach was great in his very first matchup with the Pacers this year, scoring 28 points with 6 3-pointers made. Our second pick, we're taking Julius Randle over 12.5 rebounds. In 2 games against the Cavs, Randle's only averaged 9 rebounds per game. Now, I'm not too concerned with his form against the Cavs, as these games were played last year, and he was only averaging close to 10 rebounds a game anyway. Now, in January, he's averaging close to 15 rebounds per game in those 11 games. Another thing that I like about this is Mitchell Robinson is out for this one. His offensive production's been erratic, but he's a constant force on the glass. Leaves a very significant void when it comes to rebounding, and Randle's the man to come in. So he posts a 16.1% rebounding rate, which is the highest among Knicks starters in the last 10 games. Only Domantas Sabonis averaged more rebounding opportunities per game than Randle. So Randle gets almost 23 rebounding opportunities per game. We're taking Evan Mobley under 16.5 points. Now, we're fading the red-hot form of Evan Mobley, who's covered this line in 6 straight games. He's averaging 17 points per game in his last 10. But why would I be fading a player who's playing so well? The reason is Donovan Mitchell is back in the lineup, and through 10 games played in January, his numbers with and without Mitchell are strikingly different. In the 4 games without Mitchell, he's averaging 21 points per game, almost 17 shot attempts, and a usage rate over 25%. In the 6 games with Mitchell, his averages dropped to under 15 points per game, 10 shot attempts, and a usage rate of only 18%. He has a tougher matchup against the Knicks. They're one of the better defensive teams in the league. And in the 2 games that he's played against them already this season, he's only scored 16 and 11 points. The 11-point scoring output was the game played in New York, which just happens to be where this game is being played. If you've made it this far, then hopefully you're enjoying the video. As I always do, I invite you to like and subscribe. I do these videos every single day. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers by the time the NBA playoffs start. So throw your support my way and smash those buttons for me. In our 4th play, we're taking Luka Doncic under 54.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Now, it's hard to fade the Slovenian GOAT, but this line is too high in my opinion. If you've watched any Dallas games lately, you'll see that he's starting to get quite frustrated with how the team is playing. The mural went up that said, what was it? Something about Doncic needing help. Please send help is what it said. And it wasn't wrong. They need help, especially Luka. So Luka's getting tired. Christian Wood is injured. Dallas is barely holding on to a spot in the Western Conference playoffs, and that could evaporate in a matter of games. I think they're 5th right now, but they're only a couple of games ahead of the Trailblazers. Now, Luka's failed to cover this line in 4 straight games. He's averaging 42.2 points, rebounds, and assists in that span. He's also got a terrible matchup against the Wizards, who've done a great job on point guard this season, and Luka in the past. Now, he's failed to cover this PRA in 3 straight games against the Washington Wizards, and in his career, he's played them 8 times, and he's only covered this once. That was back in January 2021. And in that game, he had 31 points, 12 rebounds, and 20 assists. I don't see that happening in this one. Now into our 5th and final play. It is my favorite one of the day. We're taking LeBron James, under 47.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Now, I don't like fading the king of stack padding, but he's ruined me now on 2 straight bets, and this opportunity is too good to pass up. Now, here's why you should consider taking LeBron James's under on his points, rebounds, and assists. The LA Clippers. The Clippers have had their way against the Lakers since Bron came into town. They beat the Lakers in 9 consecutive games. In the game where the Lakers won in 2020, LeBron was still shit, didn't have a great game, and he still fell well under this line. Now, LeBron just struggles to perform against the Clippers. Did you know that he's played the Clippers 25 times in his long-ass career, and he's only covered this points, rebounds, and assist line on only 3 occasions? The last time he covered this PRA line? November 17th, 2017, when he was with the Cleveland Cavs. They've got heaps of defensive players to slow his old ass down. I think he buckles a little bit against Kawhi Leonard, and I think he buckles again today. So LeBron James under 47.5 points, rebounds, and assists. But look, lads, ladies and gents, that's all I've got for you today. Look through all the plays, and these are the ones that I did like the most. I'll see you in the next video. Best of luck and gamble responsibly. Sub to the channel cause your boy's getting busy. Coming to you live from the west side of Sydney. We've got the free picks and the juice on the daily. It's all free, you don't even have to pay me.